In rugby union news, the gift that keeps on giving is the Israel Folau scandal. And now Billy Vunipola's got involved because he's come out in support of Isreal Folau. And he is now set to have a meeting with the RFU and Saracens next week. He's due to play this weekend, coming off the bench, apparently against Bristol at Ashton Gate for Saracens. But he's now having an internal meeting with the club at some point. And the RFU have now come out and released a statement in response, saying that they're going to have a meeting with Billy Vunipola to discuss his social media activities and what is expected next week. So let's have a little read of the statement they have released to the BBC Sport website. Okay, let's go to the beginning. The Rugby Football Union, the RFU, says it does not support Billy Vunipola's views after the England forward defended Isreal Folau's social media post claiming hell awaits gay people. Okay, so they've come out and said that they are they're not happy with what Billy's done. We know about Isreal Folau basically getting sacked by Rugby Australia. But Vunipola has been criticised for liking the post that called for, people to live lives that God intended, and that man was made for a woman to procreate, blah, 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 blah. The RFU has stated in their statement they will hold a meeting with Vunipola next week. And they say this: rugby is an inclusive sport and we do not support these views, it said in a statement. We'll be meeting with Billy to discuss his social media posts. In another statement, Vunipola's club side Saracens has also said, we recognise that people have different belief systems and we expect everyone to be treated equally with respect and humility. As representatives and role models, Saracens players have a responsibility not only to themselves but to the club and wider society. Billy Vunipola's recent social media posts are inconsistent with our policies and we take this matter very seriously. It will be handled internally. Now, and Vunipola has been criticised online, and he says this. So this morning I got 3 phone calls from people telling me to unlike the Izzy Folau post. This is my position on it. I don't hate anyone, neither do I think I'm perfect. There just comes a point when you insult what I grew up believing in, that you just got to say enough is enough. What he's saying isn't that he doesn't like or love these people. He's saying how we live our lives needs to be closer to how God intended them to be, etc., etc., etc. He then goes on to say, I'm not perfect. I'm at least everything on that list, at least at one point in my life. It hurts to know that, but that's why I believe in there's a God to guide and blah, 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 blah. So he goes on saying, this is why I believe in God. And it's an interesting one. It does, he has copped some criticism for coming out in support of Isreal Folau, but at the same time, you have the right in the Western world to a right to freedom of expression and a right of faith and free faith society. I will say this: there comes a point where what is freedom of speech and what is hate speech, and Billy Vunipola is coming under some criticism online. He's taking a lot of flack, so the RFU are going to have a meeting with him, and so are his club Saracens. What happens from there, we'll find out probably next week with the RFU. Saracens, it could happen as soon as tomorrow, whether he's still on the bench, because he's named on the bench for the game against Bristol, but he could be dropped completely from the matchday squad. We'll have to wait for any further statements that come out from all the parties involved, but this story just keeps on going, and I wouldn't be surprised if the code of conduct when it comes to social media accounts of players is strengthened and made very clear to players that if they breach this, they risk massive fines, suspensions and contract terminations. Because it is also surprising, I will say this, Billy Vunipola did not come out in support of Isreal Folau last year when he made these comments. So it's very interesting in a 12-month period how quickly Billy Vunipola has gone from saying nothing on this to when Isreal Folau does it again, he now has to say something. So that's interesting as well. That's of interesting note. But we'll have to see what happens going forward. That's all I've got to say for now, is Billy Vunipola has come out in support of Isreal Folau and is copping criticism for it. So we'll have to see what happens. But thank you very much for watching for this. Please like and subscribe. Place your thoughts below on the unfolding situation as it is, because this is going to keep on rumbling on for days, weeks, and possibly months. And I'll have some more videos for you soon.